Hello, guys. Welcome to Purple Haze Podcast, everybody. I'm your lovely host, Isaac. And before we get to the video, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So, with preseason, the Vikings' first preseason game is around the corner. It's going to be tomorrow night versus the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. So I'm not going to preview every single preseason game for the Vikings because it's a given if they're going to lose or win. You can't really tell. But we will see what happens. So instead I'm going to go over maybe some positions, some players to go over who I really want to see step up and who I'm excited to see. Starting off with Jaren Hall, who I've heard this dude was amazing in practice. When we drafted him, he was in the 5th round. Is this dude really what we're hyping him up to be? I mean, if you guys remember in practice, in training camp, it's just a blip, I think. It's not enough evidence really for me to know that if any player is good at this point. But if Jaren Hall is that guy, then you can move him up a second round. But the other side is Sean Mannion. A previous, like for the previous regime under Mike Zimmer, he's been backup quarterback under Kirk Cousins since 2018, 2019. He's been a backup quarterback, and he's been very good at practice from what we've heard, allegedly. If you guys remember, he's been good at practice. But when it comes to playing but in preseason and in regular season, he's an awful quarterback. He's not good at all. Because the only real skill set that Sean Mannion has ever had is handing the ball off to running backs. Because he's not confident at all because you can't really trust him to throw deep. He can only throw short passes or screens, and that's it. But that's kind of like with Jaren Hall. I'm going to be observing as who they are and what performance they put out there. I'm going to tell it as it is, as you all know on this channel. But if Jaren Hall is all that he's cracked up to be, and if he's destroying the competition, move him up a level, put him as the backup behind Kirk Cousins. So Jaren Hall is one of the guys that I'm looking for. And then another one, the offensive line. The offensive line is also what I'm looking at. It's been subpar last season. It was okay. It was not necessarily a train wreck, but there's still some solid players. Maybe instead of not starting Christian Darrisaw or Brian O'Neill, you got to rest them up for the regular season. So I would really like to see how the offensive line does. If they can do much better, maybe if there's depth behind the offensive line. We don't know for sure, but I would love to see more improvement on the offensive line in pass protection and in run protection. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what else. The linebacker room, Ivan Pace Jr. I would love to see how this dude will do as well. He's been getting a lot of hype just as much as Jaren Hall is. He's a gem for me right now, but I still have to see more of him in the preseason. It's a good indicator that he's moved to first team to second team, like I said before, but we just have to see what he can do. So, and also maybe the cornerback room, Joanne Williams, Mekhi Blackman, Jay Ward, etc. So I would like to see how the backups can do very well if there's anybody there. I mean, the most hyped I seen was mainly Jay Ward. I haven't heard much of him really in training camp, but I'll probably get to see him more during like different certain sets or defensive packages or something that Brian Flores is willing to cook up. But I mean, I gotta see more of Jay Ward. I probably will, and Mekhi Blackman could probably do something as well. Andrew Booth Jr. and Caleb Evans will get their fill, so we'll see how they will do. And also, Lewis Seen, some of the safety, and Josh Metellus. We'll see how they will. Maybe not. I don't know about Josh Metellus. Yeah, maybe they can. I would say they start Josh Metellus just to get a little feel of it and then get back into the regular season. I mean, Josh Metellus has made a much. But as crazy as this sounds, and I know this is already a hot take, Josh Metellus has made a bigger impact than Cameron Bynum. I'm serious. I would start, because Cameron Bynum, he struggled like the first 3 games of the season or something. He's really struggled at some departments. He's had good games, no doubt, but there's just been some spots and some games where he just wasn't doing anything or he was just struggling. But, other note, Lewis Seen, they really haven't hyped up Lewis Seen. I haven't heard much of Lewis Seen doing things, but I'm still confident that he will do good nonetheless or earn a spot. But it's kind of hard to do so when you have good competitors such as Bynum's, Harrison Smith, and Josh Metellus. So, on the other note, Brian Flores' defense is also what I'm going to look for. See if there's... I expect there to be more man-to-man, more blitzing. But maybe... I'm expecting it. So, we'll see how it goes, though. As far as maybe, like, recommendations that the Vikings should do is rest all your starters. Most of them. The only people I would really not even put out there, any starters, I would do Cameron Bynum, maybe Marcus Davenport, some offensive line, Everett Cleveland, Ed Ingram, Garrett Bradbury, maybe those. But as far as like all the receivers, maybe Jordan Addison, definitely Justin Jefferson, you need to rest up. KJ Osborne, you need to rest. Kirk Cousins, Alexander Madison, CJ Ham, you can make an argument that both. But anyways, so other than that, and Byron Murphy, you can sit out. Jordan Hicks and probably Brian Asamoah. So basically most of the starters that are going to get a lot of the reps in the regular season, I would just sit them down for the preseason and let them spectate, but mostly I want to see what the other guys can do. So that's the bottom line for me. And football's just around the season, so I am excited to see this. So I'm not even going to be upset if they lose or win. If they win, good. But if they lose, okay. I'm not going to be upset if they lose. But other than that, I also wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you guys for 10 subscribers. I know it's not much, but you know what? I am still happy with 10 subscribers. I think that is something really good. So, basically, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and make sure you guys, again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We'll see you guys later. Bye.